Part 2, de dos, of the illusion busting backbone. Next to the sperm statue. Alright. That was meant to cut off for a reason. I meant to relay to you three fortunes from my fridge magnets, right from my refrigerator to yours, which is you have the power to create your own fortune. You are packed with creativity, and success is close at hand. If you keep getting the same pattern, bad luck kind of thing, you may have a gray cloud of accumulation called panema in Spanish that Cambo gets rid of, the green tree monkey frog, frog medicine, and an Indian called Mahapap. I think there's a Mahapaparudram Samartan, or excuse me if I'm not saying it correctly. You can do a Mahapapa ritual where the big sins, like don't kill someone who's teaching about God, don't sleep with the guru's wife, don't split up couples, respect your elders. So when we're talking truth, and it's to our elders, even though we don't think we're being disrespectful, there may be that air of disrespect around because they still feel disrespected by you speaking truth. The lines are close, right? So there's heaviness, darkness. You can do this little ritual. You take a glass of water, counterclockwise you turn it. In each turn you imagine you're dunking in the river. So counterclockwise, glass of water over your head, and dunk no less than 11 times. You can do it more than 11 times, but no less than 11 times. Or do Cambo frog medicine, or just repent, which is take a different perspective. But it helps to do the ritual often just to get the black cloud off of you. Because black is a real thing. That big black force that I was talking about that's on its way out, it's like it's a frightening force, and if you're not in it, it's pretty easy to just recognize and see as, yes, that's big, black, scary, and we're moving out of it. But for people where they don't know what it is and they're still in the illusion, it's like being stuck underwater on a black night, and it's like a horror movie kind of thing. So that is the root of that bit of vomit on the plate, right? So take all the perspectives. We've all been served this dish of someone wanting to explain, say, what is bothering them, what they like. They serve this plate. They're like, they want to talk about this. They want to talk about that. We'll label this sushi. We'll label that meat and this cheese and that cauliflower. And they're just going to, they want to talk about all this stuff to you. And all you can see is this bit of dried up vomit on the plate that they don't see. For you, the whole plate may as well be made of dried up vomit. And why is the metaphor dried up vomit if they haven't spoken it? It's because it's old. It's old stuff that they haven't purged, but it is in the pool of stuff they need to purge. That's old purge. And it's out on the plate because they don't know that that's the underlying tone that people feel. So no matter how good you think you are at disguising your anger that you have from like childhood or a past life even, people feel it. And they feel it to the extent where it's all done on the subconscious level. They might not even know why. They just can't pay attention to a word that you're saying while you're trying to tell them about the sushi and the cauliflower and the cheese and the meat. Either they're going to see the dried up vomit or they're just not going to be able to see anything. The result is the same. They can't hear what you're talking about. So to sniper wolf the illusions, it all starts with yourself. What are you repressing? That's the work. That's why we go through all this darkness. It's so we can get out of it, so we can help others, because we've been there. And That's how we see clearly. How could we see anything clearly if we never saw the dark for what it was and what it is and how it operates? And once we clear it completely from our own body, our own temple, our own system, we become the natural leaders who never asked to lead, but knew that the world needed our help to just be here. And that's the position that the so-called chosen ones find themselves in now. Where some people say, I didn't choose this. Other people know full well they chose and have the memory of seeing the earth being bombed in the 50s and coming down here to help. But it's the way, right? None of us want to lead in the way of telling other people what to do. It's not about that. It's about just being your true self. No illusions. Look at how great you are is what the chosen ones want to tell the others. Take off the illusion. So to be able to tell others, don't martyr yourself, get out of the illusion, see how great you are, you have to do that first with yourself. Get yourself out of the darkness, see how great you are, so you can offer this to others. Just by being, just by leading by example. So while I was sitting there eating that sandwich, some other sinks passed by. This woman that was taller than the guy, which you don't see often in couples walking, they were holding hands, and the woman had an emerald green t-shirt, and the guy had a white t-shirt, but his man purse, or I don't know, one of those fanny packs on the side, man purse, satchel, I don't know, kind of had a green stripe and some green on it, so it matched her shirt, which is the color of the heart chakra, and them holding hands as her being the taller one, like the queen in a chessboard. The woman is taller. This is metaphorical. Like we've spoken about before, the all men fear women at a subconscious level because they receive, nourish, and multiply, and we give life and they don't. So it should be this way where men naturally see women as higher. This is natural. So I saw that as a functioning couple, metaphorically, with the heart chakra open, the woman leading in color with her heart, and the man valuing that. The purse is from her heart. That's what he values. That's his currency. That's his energy. And he's holding her hand. And then immediately after, I see a couple in black and white. The girl is black and white, and the guy was white and gray. So he didn't have black, he had gray, where the black would be the same height. And not only no color to them, but no emotion. No, they weren't holding hands, and they were walking like, may as well have been NPCs, man. It was an odd kind of vibe and vision seeing them, but that's where a lot of people are right now. There's just no feeling in their, they find someone who mirrors them maybe, instead of respecting the differences, and they're fine, they're comfortable, but where's the love to hold on to? You need that green light in there. Right behind the couple with the green shirt and the white was someone wearing pink. It was like unbelievable success following them. All this, the body mapping through this, there's stuff from the tailbone, the heart, throat, and behind the ears here. So it's gallbladder meridian, it's speaking your truth, and it's that fear of speaking your truth that needs to be resolved, that hopefully these videos will help you resolve. The next I saw, it's a beautiful spring day. It's like 22 degrees Celsius today. I saw a woman in a black puffer jacket, like 3/4 length, big black winter coat, Like, so the black is clearly out of season. We're done. It's over. It looks out of place. Even it's on its way out. And Cooper, a Mini Cooper. BMW makes a Mini Cooper in turquoise. I've never seen that color of a car. Now the Mini, I guess something about like the big to the small, the Richmond. It's talking a lot of metaphors with the tables turning at Revelations time. Turquoise is the ancestors, the Bavarian motor group. So the cars, the cars are vehicles. So the ancestors from the quantum level, so all around us, many are from the southeast, so they're rising. Bavaria is a southeast territory in Germany. And it's so all of Germany is on one side of the Rhine, right? Or is it just Bavaria, southeast of the Rhine? No, the whole Germanic people are on one side of the Rhine. So there's some metaphor, no matter which one it is, of being on one side of the river. And the Rhine literally means flowing. So it's like the river is flowing. It's like you have these moving waters that are separating more and more as we're building the new earth. And we're seeing what's coming, and we're seeing what is being left behind. But I have a feeling with all these car metaphors that have been coming up, this is like the fourth one in a week or something. And in the shamanic healing too, that all of a sudden, like while I'm chanting, that image of a girl in the backseat of a car, we are really like being taken for a witnessing ride. We're gonna be kind of swept away and driven by our ancestors, picked up, on whichever bus. Oh yeah, and we're not going to be alone. So back to the escape room thing. There's an element of fire bombs that was synced up. So like the whole theme was like to get out in 45 minutes before the whole city was bombed. That's like the story in the escape room. And a lot of people feel this kind of pressure, like I only have X amount of time before this goes up. But synchronistically, I just found out like all these bars in LaSalle were bombed, and then it's Halley's Comet. And when we sat outside, it was right outside of a burnt bar. So it's like too much synchronicity for it to be coincidence. So I think we don't have to worry about bombings because they already happened, and what was bombed was bars. What are bars? Bars are lines that keep you in a jail cell. Okay, those are the bars that were blown. So, and what is a bar? It's a place where spirits of illusion hang out for the clowns who drink with the big red noses. So it all ties back in with the weaving, what's getting blown up, what's being left behind, and what's staying, and it's being reflected in the sky, even as a beautiful light show of Halley's Comets. So that's pretty cool. Did I have anything else? Let's pull some cards. Oh yeah, this is where I'm getting a bit tired, and this is perfectly in sync too. One of the major Mahapaps, is that what you call it? One of the sins in India is to wake up a sleeping person. And here we're telling everybody, wake up, wake up, wake up, right? Or I'm woke, or I'm awakened. Woke is not awake. And the whole thing is people are only going to wake up when their soul chooses, and not everybody wants to wake up. And we have to respect that. And even yourself, if you set an alarm clock, that's a sin in India. You have to let sleep happen. Sleep is very important because that's where we digest the subconscious. Or now you just put on Catbird Angel and you're missing sleep and you get some more subconscious digested. I think we're gonna have a wave of dreams coming in. It's possible. Or a single nightmare that settles a lot. And ultimately the body mapping too, it's not just tailbone difficulty speaking, like the tailbone connected with the throat heart. It's the source is really on one of the sides of your head. It's here or here because you're projecting. And what I got with a few people, actually like working with them directly, is it's in the center of your head. It's kind of like everything. Yeah, that's the sea of the black darkness and why a lot of people just can't digest what it is. I got a really good glimpse of that blackness and the feeling associated. It's like this, it's a kind of worry that is overwhelming right in the middle of the head, and it overtakes in the stomach. Like this sea of fear, of overwhelm and fear. So this is what a lot of people are going through. If it doesn't resonate with you, someone around you is like that, or you're more repressed than you know. A lot of people are carrying this. And when they're in the face of someone like me who can see right through them, it's going to come up. So because this is what's repressed in a lot of people, it's coming up now. And that is the root, the crux, the source, with having the rest of the body mapping pain, not being, being able to speak your voice. All this fear and overwhelm from this past injury, past trauma, whether it's past life or the family trance or all your past experiences. This is why your anima or animus is sabotaging you and not functioning correctly. So it's both and the same. The anima or animus not functioning correctly is the crux of why you're living in illusion in relationship. And at the crux of why your anima or animus is not functioning correctly is this dark black force of overwhelm that makes you nauseous. It's so overwhelming. It's like right head to stomach of just like beyond ick. It's black. And there's no place for that in the light of truth. It's just a lot, and it's gone. It's like if you look at the video Retrograde that I did, that ties into that too. That was an accident why it filmed slow motion. I don't even know how to do it on purpose, the slow motion function. But I did notice at the end of that tree it looked like a skull. So I filmed it like pretty quickly. It should have been like 3 seconds. But in slow-mo, it looks super cool, and then you see flash that skull at the end of the tree. That is the metaphor or representation in an image of what I felt, I'm pretty sure from somebody else, than just the collective, that black force. It's everybody's family tree has this darkness that's going to be left behind on the other side of the river. And in that video, Retrograde 2, you can see the tree lying across a river where those dark roots are being left on one side of the river. The tree is growing on the other side of the river. And the water is flowing in between, the Rhine. The sun rises in the southeast. And that's our ancestors coming to pick us up with the sunrise. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful where we're at, and we all have to remember to be thankful because we all made so much progress and got so far. I mean, chances are, if you're watching this, you've done a lot of work, right? And you should be proud of yourself. But because you've done so much, it's like you kind of like want to maintain that speed of advancement. But the music, the speeds, they go fast, and then we integrate them. It feels like they're going slower, and they go fast again and slower. So there's a rhythm to it, and you have to respect sleep. You have to respect the integration, and a lot of that is maintaining your energy. And once you start expecting rather than having gratitude, you're gonna feel like what just happened. Everything was so great before, and now everything is kind of like meh, and I want it to be great like it was. And when fact is, everything is great like how it was. It's just not so new to you anymore, and you got used to it, and you're lacking gratitude. And just the fact that you're lacking gratitude puts you in a whole different dimension, where you're in that dimension of expectation. And that's why it feels like you took a step backwards in terms of energetics and vibration. Well, because you did. If you're lacking gratitude, you are taking a step backwards, but it's not as bad as you think. It's that 666. It's like, it's an illusion in itself that you actually didn't fall, you didn't stumble. You just need to remember to have more gratitude and sleep more. And remember how good you are, how well you're doing compared to others who are living thick in the illusion. Like, these people are suffering within their contracted states and the voices in their head, and you're not, and you can be grateful that you freed yourself. So we have Athena, which is trust. Surrender your concerns to the universe. You have been heard. So I really like the portal over her head. All the white and the green. And just trust that the sun is pouring in through the portal over your head. Athena. Surrender your concerns to the universe. You have been heard. You mustn't give your power away to the uncontrollable circumstance and outcomes that are occurring. You are seeking to hold so much control. Whilst holding that control, you are not allowing me to divinely aid. I ask that you have a little more patience. I ask that you have a little more patience in the process, and that this process will lead you exactly where you need to be. I'm feeling, you can even hear it in my voice, there's a jaw tension in the upper jaw this time. That's why it was so hard to locate. It's and this is connected with the root fear of speaking thing. This is a collective wave thing, because I'm like a walking HEPA filter. So you want to get your upper jaws, if you're tight there. So I ask that you have a little more patience in the process, and that this process will lead you exactly where you need to be. Trust what is ahead, center yourself, come back to the present moment. This moment of time that stands still as your consciousness floats between the realms. So, good message from Athena. Just trust. Stop with the expectations. And Shakti. Energetic shift. I am dynamic and powerful. My mindset creates my reality. Completely. Everything is energy. So remember to target the energetic currents themselves, the illusion. just like, I call it taking the diamonds out of the dog shit. You're given a bunch of shit in life. Find the diamonds, see what is real, and disregard the rest. Wash it away. Just hose it off. Water. And it's like you have all this stuff on you. Just label it. Okay, that's emotion. And then you can go through it if you want. Or I could just say, this doesn't feel good. This does feel good. And you say, bring it here into the light. What is this that was upon me that I'm feeling? And it gets transmuted by looking at it, giving it a name, and then telling it to go. But first you have to accept it before you can banish anything. You have to accept that it's there. You got to see the illusion before you can clear the illusion. So Shakti, energetic shift. I am dynamic and powerful. My mindset creates my reality. Yes, it does. Repeat after me. I am dynamic and powerful. My mindset creates my reality. This is a time where your thoughts and intentions are more potent than usual, and you must be authentic in your approach to your adventures and relationships. I am here to help you understand that your mentality has more influence over your reality than you may assume. That's just what I was saying. You've been powerfully creating, whether by default or with specificity. And very soon an energetic shift will take place. A tipping point where the intangible becomes tangible. You are a creator. You must recognize yourself as this because you are packed with creativity. And in this understanding, you will live in a state of strength and reassurance. Boom. And let's do an animal spirit card and a couple runes. Put this back. I did see Kali flash in there too. Kali Ma eats those demons. Right off the bat, moth on the bottom. Which animal has a message for us today? Which wee or large animal has a spirit message for us today? From Animal Spirit Kingdom. Is it this? The buffalo. Buffalo. A white buffalo woman is strong. So, earth element. Bifado. Grounded yet heavenly. Practical yet spiritual. The hooves of the mighty buffalo are grounded in the earth, yet its heart and mind rise toward heaven. The buffalo sees challenge, hardship, or a bump in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its gentle eyes look to the road ahead, trusting every turn. We may all experience this elusive yet life-changing bliss from time to time. And we may allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. When in balance, trusting pure presence. When out of balance, restless, lacks gratitude. Boom. Wasn't I just saying that? To bring into balance, prayer and bhakti. And bhakti is being in service to others. So, coming back to the golden retriever being in service to someone who wasn't blind. we need to talk about this more because everything was about the dogs. And when we start with the dogs, there's something huge with that golden retriever because the golden dimension, right? Like, beautiful golden retriever dog. Like, a lot of people have this soul. Of course, it's an honor to be of service. And a lot of us are breaking out of the martyring complex where we've just been in service in a way where it drained us, it siphoned us, sucked us dry, and there's nobody to blame in our adulthood except ourselves for staying in that situation. And now how to lead without being a service dog, basically. Well, just remember that image. An image says everything. You can be in service without being a service dog. Yeah, like, you don't have strings attached that are imprisoning you. Those bars, they blew up. So picture the lead that the person has on the service dog, that trainer, that leash. It's the leash that blew up. The leash is gone. So while you're in service to others who aren't even blind, but they're saying, I'm blind, like, you can walk them through the darkness. But it's like I said in the other video, you have to stay on your side of the bridge and say, hey, I'm here in the light. I can tell you about your darkness, walk you through it there, but I'm not going to go into your darkness because I've been there, done that. So I'm not going to go back in there. I can just tell you from my own experience what to do. And if I see some food drop over there, I can go nourish myself because I'm not going to I'm not going to deny myself the nourishment that I need because I said I would help you. Like, this is what needs to clear up here. The bhakti. This is how I got my superpowers, bhakti, being in service to others to such an extreme.